Hey, just on the Casio right now. I've been experiencing a lot of stress lately. And I'm overwhelmed. And I'm so mad at myself because my life is so beautiful. And I have my health. This is the way I deal with it, though. I cry. And I'm like, let me add the Casio to it. Got the puppies barking out there. Let me check on these puppies. Guys, come on, Carrie. Yeah, con calma, por favor. I'm gonna let them out and play with them pretty soon. I've been doing a lot of breathing exercises lately, which is good. Feels good. I went to this little cafe breakfast place that I go to sometimes. For some reason when I'm there, I feel like I love it. But when I'm there, I feel like there's a weight on my chest. I have a hard time breathing when I'm there. I'm like, what? Guess I gotta stop going there. Let me get this. My makeup's kind of running. Oh. Everything's okay. I'm just really stressed right now. And I have mice in my house. Everything's fine. I'm more mad at myself than anything. Crying is just a way for me to deal with stress. That's my way of dealing with it. Also talking crap about people, which they don't deserve, you know. I don't do that very much anymore, but I still do in my mind. I don't need to do anything. This is my favorite tune on my Casio, and it's the most calming to me. Don't be sorry. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. It is nobody's fault. This modern time, this is a wild place, and so are humans. Humans are crazy, including myself. I'm a firecracker myself. I'm just overwhelmed. Incoming treasures, you're You're right about that. But again, this is like my favorite tone, calming tone. Jiva, I'm not a trained Casio or keyboard player. I can play something, but it's all improv. And I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me or be sorry. Life is a really beautiful thing to experience, and it's always about our focus. And I'm more upset with myself for handling life with a focus that's misguided. That's all I'm saying. I'm just overwhelmed right now. I do a lot of things in life, and my head's in multiple different, what do you call it, areas? I don't know. Practices, habits, lifestyle things, and it's just check out A Rose Bloom in Chaos. It's epic. Thank you, Jaybird. Turn it down a little bit. Thank you, Jiva. Freebie, tired, question mark or more. Just join. Thank you, Jiva. Appreciate that. You know that Outkast song, Roses? I was thinking about it this morning, and I'm like, I want to learn to play that on the keyboard. Thanks for subbing, Jaybird. Appreciate it. On here, I talk about metaphysical concepts and holistic things. Metaphysical concepts to dealing with this, experiencing this life, not just dealing with, but experiencing this life and handling things that we encounter. And my way of dealing with stress comes with multiple things. Crying is one of them. Working on my focus, something I've been working on since I was a kid. Jaybird. A suggestion is to leave and to entirely sever that relationship with that person, and then work on yourself. Work on building a relationship with yourself more than anything, but definitely leave if you can, because that's not necessary. So if anyone could, are you okay if I read out your question, Jaybird? Let me put on the keyboard. Beat. Let's see what beat is. Oh, it's just keyboard. So Jaybird asks, can I ask your opinion on someone like myself who is an empath, who is being controlled by a narcissist, and what should I do? Take space in that relationship and don't see that person anymore. And if you can, go get some alone time with yourself in nature, where you can build a curiosity for a relationship with your kind of higher power and with yourself. And then that could lead to things like responsibility, which is key to a lot of things. And right now in my life, I'm overwhelmed with a lot of different things, and I'm taking things personal. And I'm not turning over to God. And that's not a religious God, that's just my term. But responsibility is a huge thing, especially for our emotions. And we experience them, and we have to have healthy outlets to. Oh, I have something right. Wait, is that a bruise? No, it's my makeup. We just have to have healthier outlets to get our, experience our emotions. And being responsible for our emotions is something that's transformative, something that has helped me transform my life, something I'm still learning to do, something that I'm still working towards. And it's a concept that took me years to understand. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing that. But there's humans in this world, there's many humans in this world that just aren't kind. And that's okay. That's just them. And it's not our responsibility to change them. We can offer solutions or we can offer support, but that's not everyone's way. So, and if someone really wants to change, or I don't usually like saying that, because it's like we don't have to change, we just have to grow and expand and grow in wisdom. And yeah, you gotta cut ties. It's because they have their own misery. We can do our best, but we're not responsible for the way others feel, especially when we're kind. If we're being cruel to someone, then I think it's important to own up and apologize and make amends the best way that you can. But I think the best solution is to just get space and to just completely focus on yourself, kind of go ghost a little bit, just a little bit. Especially if that person's causing you harm, just cut them off completely. I think I'm gonna have to hear that Roses song by Outkast. I'm trying to remember that key. It's like that's not it. What is it? I am an empath, and I'm learning to, contain my energy and, allow that memory to not be permeable. Life is weird and confusing as a human being, but it's supposed to be a beautiful experience. And we're supposed to get along. But we can't deal with everyone. Not everyone's there. We can't force other people to join us. But we can just focus on ourselves, which is something that I'm working on. I don't always say the right things. I have this one thing with my dance studio that I go to. I had an injury recently, and I haven't gone in weeks, and I asked them to pause my membership with them, and they're like, and then they charge me. And they're like, oh, since you already charged, we can't refund you or this or that. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, talk to me like a fucking human. Don't. And this, like, the manager now is like this kid who's like 20, and it's just talking to me with this corporate customer service voice, and I can't stand that. And I lost my shit, about that. That's one of the things. But I made it a psychological drama way bigger than it really needed to be inside my mind. It caused me I felt immense stress because of that. But there's other things that kind of tagged on in my own personal life that kind of made it seem bigger to me. My life is so beautiful and it's so good, and my focus is misguided right now. What is that Outcast song? Da-da-da-da-da. Roses? Da-da-da-da-da. Caroline. Da, 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 da. Someone can sing that song with me? I don't remember the lyrics. I can grab my iPad and pull it up. Could I play it on here? Oh, like it's something. Oh, it's just the wind. It was the wind. Da, 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 da. It's not a flat or a sharp. I mean, that's getting too low in the tone. I am for real. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. You know that Roses song? And then I don't remember what's after that. I can play music by ear. I just need to hear it. I can play it, but if I put this live on mute. The puppies. Hold on, let me get my iPad. 1 second. And I currently have mice in my house, and they've been in my house for like 8 or 9 months. And I've done so many things, but I guess not enough. Like I put cayenne pepper, vinegar, I've cleaned it so many times. I've taken so many things out and removed like their resources. But I think that there's several ways that they can get in, and I need to enclose it. Which I'm annoyed about, and I would love to feel joyful through that process. Fly me to the moon. I would love to. Fly me to the moon and just da-na-na-na-na. I don't know, like, what are the lyrics? Let me pull them up. Fly me to the moon lyrics. Hello, I said lyrics. There we go. What do the lyrics Fly Me to the Moon mean? Fly Me to the Moon is a poetic expression of deep romantic love using space travel as a metaphor for the overwhelming joy, wonder, and limitless possibility of being with a lover. Very true. Very, very true. Dance with the Stars. Fly me to the moon. No. I don't know how to play it, but I can make my own little mix. Let me put on a different tone. Alto sax. No. Calliope 181. Fly me to the moon. I'm like, how can I make this a cool song with that lyrics? Fly me to the moon, let me dance with the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter, Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me. I always just mess around on the Casio. It's not even like. I literally got this Casio at a yard sale for $20. The only thing is it's battery operated and it doesn't have that plug-in cord. So I just got to change the batteries like every 6 months or a year or whatever. In other words, please be true. Let's do square, sawtooth. Let's do, in other words, what is it? Baby, kiss me, fill my heart with song, and let me sing. Oh, man, like what kind of song could I make with this? In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I worship. Praise Jesus. I feel like that's what this Casio chord sounds like. Praise Jesus. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You're all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, baby, kiss me. In other words, I love you. There's some times where I have like an amazing jam with a friend. Like the other day, my friend came over and showed me how to do a backflip on the pole. And then I told her, I was like, let's celebrate, me learning that new trick and you showing that trick to me on the keyboard. And neither of us are trained keyboard or piano players. And we literally got lost in this keyboard for like 30 minutes straight. We were just jamming. Like there was, like my mind was kind of going all over the place, but then I was just like, no, I'm here right now. And my feet were glued to the floor. I could not move. But let me do a little intro. They were called jam sessions back in the day for a reason. You guys had yourself old-fashioned. Oh yeah, it was so fun. Let me look up Outkast. Love Outkast. I grew up listening to them. Roses, lyrics with keyboard notes. I don't like that question. Where are you from? I can't stand it. It's just my preference. I prefer not to talk about all these basic things. How are you? Where are you from? What do you do for work? Unless it's super interesting. I feel like most of it's uninteresting. But don't stop being yourself. If that's yourself and you're curious, I'm just not going to answer. Just know that it's not you. It's me. That's my preference is all. Okay. So I think, thank you for understanding, by the way. Let me turn this off. I'm going to turn it back on. So Roses by Outkast is driven by a distinct melodic piano intro in E minor, utilizing chords E minor, D, C, B minor, A minor, G, F, and B. The main progression follows as descending E minor, D, C, B minor, A minor, G, F, C, D, B. Characterized by the iconic Caroline melody. Caroline! So I am a trained violin player, which I gave up years ago. I don't play strings anymore for my own personal reasons, but I was trained by ear originally to play music. And it's a skill that I would like to foster and nurture. I haven't done it in a long time. But it's still there. But I did learn to read notes, so I'm a little bit iffy with rhythm and notes reading it, but hearing it, it's pretty nice. So A, B, C, D, E. Let me put they said it's in a melancholic piano. I'm like, let me see, because there is like different. Let me see what kind of, I'll just do regular piano because grand piano doesn't sound right. Okay, let me just turn it on and off. I gotta go without my neck a bunch because, well, it's not just about the questions. It's about like a real like fun conversation, because fun conversations don't always begin with like, where are you from? You can always lead to it, but that's just, it's really, I find it very boring, and like it takes, like, because when we were kids, we didn't ask that kind of shit a lot. We didn't ask that. I don't know why this is having that. But, you know, I like talking about music and art and different dance, and not necessarily approaching things with, like lines of questions. Like I had a friend come over the other day, and she's just like question after question after question. And I was just like, I just stopped answering her questions, and I was like, I need to do something else right now. Can I ask some more advice from you then? Sure, if you want, of course. So, I don't like the way that sounds. Piano rock. Really? See, Alaska, where are you from? No, I don't answer that question. You sound like you have a lot of hobbies that I do, from dance to do backflips in the pool. I haven't done a backflip in a pool in a long time, and I don't know if I would now. What is something that you would suggest to ease your mind? Like I hear a mouse. Breathing exercises, getting space, crying. Which is how I started this live. I was crying. I was like, now my stress is eased a little bit more. Sit on train or trip. Let me see. I think I make crying in a hobby myself. Crying's good, you know? Okay, I want to understand this. The intro can be played. I'm really interested in this, the keys or the notes for Caroline. It's an E minor scale, which means the there's some flats in it. I think it's a B flat or it's sharps. The pitches are, it's an F sharp. So it would be, let me see. So it would be E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D. I think that's it. Yeah, because this is F sharp, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but it's also G flat. When Andre plays that Roses, he literally just plays it with the key, with the piano. Nothing like crazy. Soul pop. I'm trying to find just regular piano. There's a voice do. Do you hear the do? Where is your special place to retreat when your mind is going a million miles an hour? Or your favorite hobby to do? Just lay down. Something I'm still, you know, in search of per se. You know that Waterboy movie? How he he has this happy land. I'm still creating my happy land. Hey, why isn't it playing? Oh, it's because I turned it down. I can't hear it. Let's see if I can.
6, $8, and $10 gotta have a deal deals. Fresh sandwiches.
I'm gonna skip this.
So it's gonna start on an E minor chord.
Okay. Ooh.
G, B. Move down to a D chord.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this guy's playing. I'm gonna change some things right here because I just dropped you. Don't worry, guys. It's okay. Sorry about that. Because I need to find the classic piano on here. Funky pop. Here we go. I think it's 100 maybe. Should I do this? Whoa. Whoa. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You guys like that? Ooh. I don't know how to put that off or take it off. 101. Goblins. I'm just looking for a straight piano. If this shit would just give it to me. I'm gonna put you down again because right there. Hey, I gotta find this piano thing. That was not a piano, even though it said it was. Grand piano. Does that sound like grand piano? I don't feel like it does. Bright piano. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I gotta keep you up here because my head. I guess I'll just keep you right there. But this is the way, it's still not what I'm feeling or remembering as the tone. Is that it? Disco. Can I play this out loud? This is not my
Everybody,
video.
Wade McNutt
How to Play
here,
Roses by
piano
Outcast on
instructor at
piano.
South Plains College. Gonna show you the
And it's by
intro
Wade
to an
McNutt.
Outcast song, Roses. Real cool blues intro. We're gonna start with the left hand, and when we play.
Okay, so his hand is. Let me turn it down. So let me see. Really? Let me see what he says.
Nice relaxed hand like this, nice curve. But I'm gonna play it like this so you can see which keys.
Okay. I thought he was playing with 5 fingers, but it's just, he's just showing it as like with a relaxed hand. So it's just, so it's E, G, B.
The song. So it's gonna start on an E minor chord, E, G, B. Move down to a D chord, D, F sharp, A. Then it's gonna kind of do these.
I'm gonna put this in slow motion later.
C, G.
Is this? Sorry, let me take this off.
F sharp.
Let me put on makeup.
G, D. F and C. E and B. D and A, and then
It's fake
D
lipstick.
sharp and B. Or if you want to call this E flat.
I'm getting distracted.
So the left hand's gonna move
Okay.
down.
So it's ba-da-da-bum-bum. That's the left hand. And that is
Sharp and B. Or if you want to call this E flat, you can. So the left hand's gonna move down.
okay, so he's playing. That's the first part of the left hand on the keyboard. Boo boo. And then it's too breathy. Like why is there a tone? I just want it straight like piano. Right there. So it's first. Thanks, Jaybird. Have a good day. Peace. You're welcome. We'll talk later, okay? Thank you for your grace. Okay, we'll wait. So it's... I'm gonna beat myself. Oh, shit.
Relaxed hand.
Relax hand.
This so you can see which key.
So the first...
that I'm playing for the song. So it's gonna start on an E minor chord, E, G, B. Move down to
So it'll be a little higher.
D, F sharp, A. And it's gonna kind of do these.
Let me turn it down. My neighbor's sensitive. Yeah. Okay. So first key is... And then it changes to... So it's... I think that's how it is in the left hand.
Chords the rest of the time. C,
I always
G,
like things to be up higher because it's...
B, F sharp,
Let's see if I can get it to be higher. Shit. Oh my gosh. Dropping my iPad. Not doing that on purpose. I just have a weird relationship with gravity, is all. Lord. Okay, trying to set this up higher. Okay, there we go. It's higher.
D, F and C, E and B,
Maybe my keyboard
D
is that low.
and A, and then D sharp and B, or if you want to call this E flat, you can. So the left hand's going to move down. So get used to making that movement with the left hand. Now we're going to break it into the right hand part and kind of show you piece by piece.
Caroline.
I'm not going to go
She's
over
the
it
reason
over and
for
over.
the work.
You can just rewind the YouTube video, just go back a little bit to see and get each one of these parts. So start at the beginning of the song. It's gonna start right here.
Let me see that. Whoa. Ah! Let me see.
Again, get this down just part by part so you can piece it together.
I can get this. Excuse my language.
Okay, for the next part, you're gonna
It's
go
too airy.
G to
What the
A
fuck
real
is
quick,
that?
like that.
I
Thumb
just want
pointer.
straight up keyboard. I mean, a
then
piano.
You're gonna play A with the thumb and slide.
Checkpoint.
Da,
Okay.
da, 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 2, 4.
Let me rewind. Gotta rewind.
And kind of show you piece by piece. And I'm not gonna go over it over and over. You can just rewind the YouTube video, just go
I'm
back
gonna
a little
subscribe
bit
to this guy.
to see and get each one of these
It's
parts.
probably an old video.
Start at the beginning of the song with the left hand.
I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. I started the dang. Oh my gosh.
YouTube video, just go back a little bit.
I have a
to
mouse
see
in my
and
kitchen.
get
It's driving me
each
freaking
one of these
multiple
parts.
mice. It's
Start at the
driving me
beginning
nuts.
of the song.
I just heard it.
It's gonna start right here. And then, so that's our first movement. D, G, G, E. It's gonna do this.
I think that's all I'm gonna do, guys. I gotta figure this out.
Where you
Till next time. Thanks for
these 2 notes and
holding
slide
space for
them
me.
down.
Let me cry at the beginning and listening while I'm in this, figuring this Outcast song, maybe.
Then, the next part
Okay, till next time. Bye, guys.